Hey, this is Chuck with chuckit.com, and today what I want to do is talk about success and what is it that separates the people who are walking across the stage and receiving the awards, getting the trips, from everybody else that's out there in the audience. They all want to be up on that stage, but the majority never get there. So how do those top 3% get there? What is it that they're doing that's different? Well, that's what I want to cover in this video. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you click the little red subscribe button and also the little bell, and it'll give you an alert each time I post a brand new video. And also, if you do get value from it, give me a thumbs up. It'll really help the video. So let's dive into this. I love this one. This was a quote that I got from Mike Littman. He said, "You don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going." I remember one of the people that I was working with in my team, in my marketing team. He was a great marketer, and one of the things that he uses is he gets so frustrated with some of the people in his team is he would say, I told George, I said, you got to stop saddling up. You got to get on the horse and ride. There are some people who really, they feel compelled to learn everything about everything before they get started. They want to have everything in place before they get going. And that's just not going to work in marketing. It's not going to work really in anything. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't be prepared. Obviously, you need to know, your stuff. But you need to actually at some point jump off the diving board. Yeah, you're not going to dive off the board perfectly the first time, but you're never going to dive perfectly until you start diving. I know there's a saying that says perfect practice makes perfect, but I think at the beginning you got to be prepared to be imperfect, but strive towards getting better at what you do. Make every failure a learning experience. Too often, I think, we're afraid of failing, so we never make that attempt. So the first step, the first principle is taking action. Zig Ziglar said that if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything that you want. And that is so true. Again, I think a lot of times when we get involved in marketing for the first time, we're caught up on, what it's going to do for us. Where we're going to live, what kind of car we're going to drive, what trips we're going to get to take. And the whole thing becomes very egocentric. And I'm not saying that you're not doing this business for you or your family or that you have some higher purpose for yourself. But the thing is what you need to remember, particularly, and this is for network marketing, is you need to focus on what is it that the person who's in front of you, what is it what do they want? What's the pain that they're struggling with? Because we're all, we walk around and we're smiling. Hey, how's it going? You go, oh, I'm doing great. And you never get past that veneer and you think, well, they're doing great. But if you ask that same question 2 or 3 times to the person, they say, how you doing? They say, great. No, really, how you doing? I'm doing all right. And if you ask it a third time, you're probably going to get a completely different picture. Because most of the time when we say, how are you doing? They think you're just saying it. You're just asking. You don't really want to know the answer. And so serve people, find out what pain problem that they have, and then help them come up with a solution for it. Focus on that. Stop focusing on making you rich. Stop focusing on your trips and everything that you're trying to accomplish. Start focusing on the people in your team. How can you help the people in your team get a trip? How can you help the person in your team get that extra commission? How can you help your team members have a successful business? So a big thing is, principle number 2 is serve others. Put everybody that's in your team ahead of you. And you're going to find that what you give is going to come back to you. And it's going to come back tenfold. Principle number 3. Now, Emma Stone, she said, what sets you apart can sometimes feel like a burden, and it's not. A lot of time, it's what makes you great. Now, you may think to yourself, but I'm no good at marketing. I've never done marketing before, or I've never had any success in business before. What makes me think that I'm going to have success? In fact, How am I going to be able to compete with all those people that are out there that are successful? How can I do that? I don't stand a chance. They're good at this stuff. I'm not. Who'd want to follow me? Who'd want to take my advice? Well, you know what? There are a lot of people who want to take your advice. And the reason being is because maybe you're just a little bit more approachable than the guru. And something else you may want to think about, and I've mentioned this before in another video, is that, you go to college or university or high school for that matter, and the teacher is sharing with you, or the professor is sharing with you, some historic events that somebody did in their life. Now, they weren't there with them. They never experienced those moments in life with that person, but yet they're retelling it. And you're sitting there as a student, and you're listening, and you're taking notes, and you're gonna write those notes down, and you're gonna memorize it for the exam that's coming up, because it can help you to accomplish what you need to do. And you know that person who's in front of you, who's sharing that information, has the right information. And so, even though they weren't Einstein, they weren't Freud, they weren't whoever, they weren't Abraham Lincoln, they weren't the person who was great, yet they're telling their story, and you're getting an education about that person and about that person's life. They are not the one that lived that life, and yet they can share it with you. So does that invalidate it because they didn't live with Abraham Lincoln, or they didn't live with Einstein? They didn't personally know those people. So does that invalidate what they're having to say? No. So just because you're not an expert, just because you haven't been doing marketing for the past 10 years, or just because you've not crossed the stage, doesn't mean that what you don't have to share isn't genuine, isn't real. So there are people who are going to be looking to you, and they're going to go, you know what? I could go with the guru, but he probably won't even spend 10 minutes with me because I'm brand new. What can I offer him? But George here, he's newer at this. Yeah, he's making mistakes. But you know what? I can tell that he's got the right information. I'm going to go with him because I know I'll be able to get together with him and he'll help me. And that's what it's about. So your limitation, your lack of experience, your lack of success actually becomes a strength. So don't think because you're brand new that you can't knock it out of the park. You can. Okay, principle number 4, lead with passion. John Quincy Adams said that if your actions inspire others to dream more, to learn more, to do more, to become more, well, you're a leader. And, you think, well, but I've got no trophies on my shelf. Nobody's given me an award. I've never won a trip. I'm not a leader. I don't know how to lead. Well, yeah, you do. Leading, if you've ever helped anybody with a math question, if you ever help anybody figure out how to get from point A to point B, this is what leaders do. Leaders help others to get where they want to go. But not only that, they do it with conviction, with belief. And if you said to somebody, hey, you know what, we've got 3 miles of desert to cross. It's going to be really hot. I've never crossed the desert before, and I'm pretty sure we can get across. Or the next person says, hey, look, we got 3 miles of desert to cross. I haven't done it before, and I want to get an early start so we get this thing done and get over to the other side quick. Who are you going to follow? Are you going to follow the person who believes in himself? Or are you going to follow the person who thinks he's already lost and he hasn't even left yet? You're going to follow the person who believes in what they're doing. They've got conviction, and that's what a leader is. So if you can help somebody to achieve more, to be more, to do more, you're a leader. So be that leader, and don't wait for somebody to give you an award. Know that you already have what it takes to get that award. Okay, principle number 5, and I think that this one's got to be maybe one of the most important because it's about hanging in there. Don't quit. So principle number 5 is don't quit no matter what. Napoleon Hill said that one of the most common causes of failure is a habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. And so you think that, well, I failed and I failed and I failed. So get up again and do it over again. Stop worrying about your failing. Think about, where is it you're going? What was it that caused you to want to get into this business to begin with? What was the driving force? So that when you're thinking about quitting and giving up, that reason that you got into this business is going to keep you in the game. And the thing is when we were kids, we were learning to walk. We fell, we stood up, we fell. Then we started taking a step, and somebody said, "Hey, good job." And so now we're getting excited. Hey, mommy said I did good, or dad said I did good. And so you take a few more steps. But as we progress in childhood, we start getting ridiculed when we make mistakes. And so we don't want to put our hand up to the teacher and say, "Hey, this is the answer that I think it is," or "Hey, this is the work I did," because somebody's going to come along and say, "Are you serious? Is that what you did? Is that what you thought? Are you kidding me? Are you?" I remember I had one kid in my class. He used to turn around and say, "Chuck, you are so stupid." But it didn't stop me from putting my hand up. I guess I was just too stubborn. But the thing is we start attaching ridicule to mistakes. And we start then attaching, feelings of, bad, feeling bad. So I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to feel bad. So I don't want to get ridiculed. I don't want to look stupid. And so I'm not going to fail. I'm not going to fail. And so I'm failing at this. So I'm going to just quit because I don't want to feel bad. And the thing is your success, it could be like, you could be within a day or two of your success, but you quit today, and you'll never experience that success. You'll never walk across that stage because you gave up too soon. So hang in there because you can succeed. One of my coaches told me, he said, "Chuck, the successful people, the guys that are walking across the stage, you think they're fearless? You think they never have fear? You think they don't make mistakes? They make tons of mistakes. And but the thing is, they do it anyway. And because they're willing to work through their failures and work through their fears, they succeed. And you can succeed too. You just have to stop worrying about making mistakes. Make mistakes. Make them often. Make them fast. I remember one guy saying, "Fail fast, and you're going to work through it. Stop trying to look good, because the people who are looking good, the people who never take risks, they never have the best in life. So go out there and get it, because you can have it." Now, if this video has been helpful for you, give me a thumbs up. It'll really help my video. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the little red subscribe button in the bottom right corner, and also that little bell, and it'll give you an alert each time I post a brand new video. So I wish you all the best with your marketing, and believe in yourself, because you can succeed. You take care and make it a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.